Welcome to today's JSS 2 Social Studies lesson on sustainable development. This concept is central to how the world is thinking about economic growth, social progress, and environmental protection, and it is directly relevant to Nigeria's future. Sustainable development is development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. This definition was established by the Brundtland Commission in their 1987 report, Our Common Future, published by the United Nations. The concept of sustainable development rests on three pillars that must be balanced: economic development, creating wealth, reducing poverty, and improving material living standards. For Nigeria, this means growing the economy, creating jobs, diversifying beyond oil, and building industries. Social development, ensuring that all people, particularly the poorest and most marginalized, can access education, healthcare, clean water, shelter, and participate in their society with dignity. Environmental protection, managing natural resources so that they can support current and future generations, avoiding pollution and ecological destruction that undermines the natural systems on which all human life depends. True sustainable development requires all three pillars to be pursued simultaneously. Development that grows the economy but destroys the environment is not sustainable. Future generations will inherit a depleted world. Development that protects the environment but fails to address poverty is also not sustainable. Desperate people will exploit any available resource to survive. An economic growth that increases inequality, leaving many people behind, creates social instability. The United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs, are 17 global goals adopted by all UN member states in 2015 as a universal call to action to achieve sustainable development by 2030. These goals, sometimes called the 2030 Agenda, replace the earlier Millennium Development Goals. The 17 SDGs are: no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, clean water and sanitation, affordable and clean energy, decent work and economic growth, industry, innovation and infrastructure, reduced inequalities, sustainable cities and communities, responsible consumption and production, climate action, life below water, life on land, peace, justice and strong institutions, and partnerships for the goals. Nigeria's progress on the SDGs. Nigeria has made progress on some goals. More children are in school than ever before. SDG 4, the proportion of people with access to mobile phones and internet has grown dramatically, supporting SDG 9, and childhood vaccination rates have improved, SDG 3. However, Nigeria faces serious challenges in meeting many other SDGs. Extreme poverty remains high. SDG 1, food insecurity is persistent. SDG 2, maternal and child mortality rates are among the world's highest. SDG 3, millions of children are out of school. SDG 4, electricity access remains low. SDG 7, and inequality is increasing. SDG 10. Sustainable development in the Nigerian context. Energy transition. Nigeria must transition from dependence on fossil fuels, which cause climate change and will eventually run out, to renewable energy sources like solar, wind, and hydroelectric power. Solar energy is particularly promising in Nigeria, given the country's year-round sunshine. Increasing energy access through solar mini-grids in rural areas can simultaneously address electricity poverty and reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Sustainable agriculture. Improving agricultural productivity through better seeds, irrigation, and mechanization, while reducing environmental damage from slash-and-burn farming and excessive use of chemicals, is central to SDGs 1, 2, and 15. Waste management. Nigeria generates enormous quantities of solid waste. Sustainable cities require proper waste collection, recycling, and disposal systems. The growing problem of plastic waste in Nigerian waterways and coastal areas requires urgent attention. Green economy. A green economy is one that delivers human well-being and social equity while significantly reducing environmental risks. In Nigeria, this includes investing in renewable energy, sustainable forestry, ecotourism, and clean manufacturing. The role of students and youth. You as a student have a role in sustainable development. Choosing careers in renewable energy, sustainable agriculture, environmental management, and green technology contributes to sustainable development. In your daily life, reducing waste, conserving water, not burning waste, and planting trees are small but meaningful contributions. Civic engagement, voting for leaders who prioritize sustainability, joining environmental groups, and holding industries accountable is also crucial. Sustainable development is not about preventing development, it is about developing in a smarter, more inclusive, and more enduring way. Nigeria's enormous potential can be realized for all its citizens, across all generations, if development is pursued sustainably.